Most people assume crossing that first $1,000 milestone online requires a massive following or a secret marketing tactic. The reality is much simpler. You essentially have two opposing paths when you start: the illusion of passive income and the unglamorous reality of active labor. Look at this comparison. On the left is the passive model. If you choose a scalable model but have zero audience, you are signing up for months of work with a starting return of exactly $0. On the right is active reality. You trade your labor for an immediate payout, but you cannot scale it. That delayed return on the left is what kills most attempts. Beginners spend 3 months building a store or writing a blog, see the counter frozen at 0, and abandon the project right before the proof of concept phase. They simply run out of time before they see a result. Securing your first $1,000 is a strict choice. You either trade active labor for speed, or you build an asset for scale. You cannot have both on day one. To hit that milestone, you have to audit your own life. You need to look at your personal timeline, your current skill set, and your actual tolerance for working without pay before you commit to a model. Let's start with the fast cash tier. These are the methods designed strictly for individuals who need capital within the next 30 days. This quadrant chart maps out the playing field. The bottom axis tracks how fast you can make $1,000, and the vertical axis tracks how easily the method scales once you do. Freelancing lives right here in the bottom left. If you consistently pitch a highly specific skill on platforms like Upwork, you can land clients and hit your goal in 7 to 30 days. It is fast, but your income is tied directly to your hours. Then we have reselling, finding local physical items at thrift stores or garage sales and arbitraging them to a global market on eBay or Facebook Marketplace. Reselling offers the most liquid cash payout on this list. You can buy low and sell high in as little as 24 hours, but the logistics are heavy. You are continuously managing physical inventory, shipping, and sourcing. The strategy to win in these active models is volume and extreme specificity. Pitching yourself as a YouTube Shorts editor for finance creators will get you paid faster than a generic video editor profile ever will. The fast cash tier forces a structural trade-off. You gain rapid capital to pay your bills, but your income is strictly capped by the physical hours in your day and the inventory in your room. If you already possess a hard skill, like a deep understanding of mathematics, a second language, or complex software, you belong in the authority tier. By utilizing tutoring platforms or booking coaching calls directly through your social media, you can monetize your brain immediately. This commands high hourly rates, and more importantly, it provides immediate evidence of which problems people will actually pay to solve. Looking back at our chart, tutoring and coaching sit here. At standard rates, you need roughly 20 to 40 sessions to hit $1,000, which typically takes 7 to 21 days. The major bottleneck here is your calendar. No matter how much you raise your rates, your revenue growth is ultimately constrained by how many one-hour slots you have available in a week. However, when you spend 50 hours talking directly to clients, you stop guessing what the market needs. You start hearing the same frustrations repeated over and over, which gives you the exact blueprint for the scalable digital assets you'll build later on. Coaching is the most efficient bridge to buyers for experts. It provides cash in your pocket today and funds the market research you need to build scalable products tomorrow. Finally, we reach the scalable tier. This path is built for those who can endure a long period of uncompensated work in exchange for decoupling their time from their income later. Creating a digital product, like a hyper-niche budget planner or a software template, requires spending 30 to 90 days building an asset. Once finished, however, it costs nearly $0 to replicate and sell 1,000 times. Affiliate marketing operates on the same logic. You spend 3 to 6 months building organic traffic through content, eventually earning commissions by directing that audience to third-party software or courses. On the chart, these models sit in the top right. They scale exponentially because the product delivery is automated, but they demand the longest runway before your first payout. The psychological trade-off here is severe. You are entirely reliant on algorithm discoverability or organic search volume to generate traffic, which you cannot control. The reality is that your first 3 months of effort will almost certainly yield $0 in revenue. You are planting seeds in the dark. The danger is abandoning the project in month 3. If you quit because you haven't seen a dollar yet, you waste all of your upfront effort right before the compounding growth curve actually begins. This tier is for the patient optimizer. If your bank account or your mindset cannot survive 90 days of zero financial feedback, you must choose a faster path. Research paralysis stops most people from ever starting. To bypass that, you need to map your current reality to a single revenue path based entirely on your financial urgency. This decision tree makes the choice simple. Need cash within 2 weeks? Take the yes branch, reselling or freelance services. No immediate need? Move to expertise. With existing skills, start tutoring or coaching. Otherwise, play a 6-month game building traffic for affiliates or digital products. If you are an absolute beginner, meaning you have 0 skills, 0 audience, and 0 money, you pause. You take 30 days to learn one specific service skill, like copywriting or basic video editing, using free online resources. Delaying your monetization by 1 month to build a hard skill keeps you out of the low-wage trap. When you finally enter the freelance market, you have a concrete asset to sell. To make this work, apply the 30-day rule. Because methods like freelancing and reselling take between 1 and 4 weeks to show results, you must commit to exactly one path for a full month. Sticking to one strategy provides the time needed to move past setup and into actual market testing, while jumping between models ensures you stay at 0. Ultimately, making your first $1,000 is not about finding a secret hack. It is the result of matching your current resources to the right revenue model and staying with it long enough to get your first real data point from the market. Pick your path and start.